Welcome everybody to Fresno A's baseball on this Wednesday morning here at Chachansey Park in Fresno, California. I'm Chris Kiggins, and thanks for tuning in. Getting started a few minutes late here. Probably have a start time around 9:05 today instead of 9 o'clock, as the A's get warmed up around the diamond. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the first time this year, but it's a name you know well. It's going to be Robbie Papel, normally getting the start in center and leading off. He is the pitcher today out of Regis University, getting his first start of the season. Should be a fun one. I had heard rumors that Robbie could pitch, but it's cool to see him actually on the mound today and getting the starting nod. So we'll see what he can do against this Bay Area Force lineup. As I pull up, let me pull up the A's lineup for today. Leading off, playing in left field is going to be Brady White, and then it'll be Ned Cheklich at third, Grant Kinzel at first, Caleb Rico at second, Angel Mejia, I put DH. He's playing shortstop. I'll fix that in just a second. Sean Psyche is the actual DH for your Fresno A's today. Scott Mitchell will be playing right field. Jordan Hartley will be behind the plate doing the catching. He was the DH yesterday. And then Ryan Harness will be in center field today. Let me get that lineup fixed for the A's. Just the quick change that Angel Mejia is not the DH today. He is the shortstop. The first three for the Force today, or leading off right now, is going to be Marcus Cornelio. Switch this over to the scoreboard, and we are set to go. Start time is going to be 9:05 today. Cornelio takes a ball from the first pitch from Robbie Papel. Count is 2-0. Oh, it looks like our cameras have stopped working a little bit. Let me fix that. There we go. And first batter that Papel faces, it's going to be a 4-pitch walk to put Cornelio on. And it's going to bring up Nate Fritzler. Fritzler steps in, came in for the Force as a pinch hitter in yesterday's game. Getting the start at third base today. Papel throws in his first strike of the season. Count is 0-1. That one's hit. That's going to be a base hit just past the first baseman. Runner Cornelio's heading to third, and he will be in there. Runners at the corners now with nobody away. And it's going to bring up Evan Erglovich, who homered yesterday. Dangerous left-handed hitter, as we saw. Cornelio on third, Fritzler at first, as Papel throws the strike. It's 0-1. That one's hit. That's going to be a base hit past the shortstop, Mejia, and that'll score the first run of the game for the Bay Area Force. They lead 1-0. It's going to bring up Marco Chechen. Chechen came in as a defensive replacement catcher yesterday. He'll be getting the start behind the plate today for the Force. First and second now. High and in. It's going to be ball one. That one misses outside, 2-0. The A's were able to get the win in yesterday's ball game, hoping to clinch the series of this two-game set against their conference opponents, as that one is swung on and missed. It's 2-1 from Chechen. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed again, strike two. Pitched high, full count now from Papel to Chechen. A walk here would load the bases. The full count pitch coming up from the A's Robbie Papel as Chechen steps out. That one's hit out into left field. Will it get foul or will it get down? It's going to be foul. Pretty good contact on that one. Just got out in front of it. Count will remain 3-2. On deck for the Force is going to be the left fielder Darian Thornton. Another time called from Chechen. There's no two disengagement rule like there is in the pros in MLB. Chechen would have used those up already. That pitch misses over the head of Chechen. That's going to be ball four to load the bases. Not the most ideal start if you're Robbie Papel, but only the one run allowed so far. We'll see if he can work out of this with minimal damage. We're back after the walk. Papel faces Thornton, and Thornton hits it out to right field. That one's going to get down for a fair ball. That'll score one, and the second run comes in to score from second. It is now 3-0 Force. Sorry about that, folks. We were having some camera issues. It was a hit by pitch from Papel that hit the 5 hit or the 6 hitter Anthony Medrano, and that will reload the bases. That'll 2 runs. Whoops. There we go. 3-0 the score, as we're going to get Coach Ethan Winter coming out to have a little chat on the mound after the tumultuous start today. All right, looks like we finally got our cameras dialed in a bit more, as Papel is up 0-2 in the count now. Having a few technical difficulties today with the camera setup, but hopefully by the next inning I'll get that fixed, as that's going to get through for a base hit past the dive of Kinzel. That's going to score 1 run, and the runners will move station to station, but the score is now 4-0 Force over the A's. As it will be Miles Ellis, the DH, coming up to hit. Ellis, another one of 6 pinch hitters, like Samir Sabihi before him, that came into the game yesterday. Papel throws in a strike. It's 0-1. Still bases loaded, nobody away. That one misses low. It's ball 1 to even the count. And the 1-2 pitch now from Papel is in the dirt, ball 2. The 2-2 pitch, strikeout or double play would be really big here. It's hit to the second baseman, and the play is made, but another run is going to score. That'll be the 5th run scored of the inning for the Force. However, the A's finally do get the first out of the inning. Play from, that was actually Caleb Rico at second who made that play. And looks like we're going to get a pitching change here in the first as Coach Hinojosa comes out to get Propel. Probably not the first start of the year that he wanted, but it is good to get the experience and see what he can do out there. A new pitcher for the A's looks like it's going to be Nick Kazi. Kazi comes in inheriting runners at second and third with one away after 5 runs have already scored here for the Force in the top of the first. We'll be right back once Kazi gets warmed up. Kazi's first pitch is a strike to Michael Lawler. That one misses, ball 1. Corners of the There we go. Corners of the A's defense in. 2-1 the count. Looks like this heat might be getting to our cameras a little bit as they keep having to be refreshed. That one is cut on, and Lawler cannot hold up. It's going to be 2-2. In between this innings, I will try to fix the cameras and make sure they are both full go. Hopefully they get a little more shade later in the game. Cool them down. That one's hit. That's going to get through. 1 run will score. It's going to be runners at the corners now after the 6th hit of the inning and the 6th run from the Force. He's going to bring up the leadoff hitter. The Force here have batted around in the first as Cornelio steps up. Led off the game with a walk. That pitch is in there from Kazi for strike one. Cut on and, or no, that was taken, ball two, or ball one. Runner's going to go. They're going to have him picked off, and he is thrown out at second. The A's needed to steal an out, and they do right there. It's going to race the runner on first, and there are two away. The runner Lawler tried to get a good jump, but the A's saw through that one and were able to get him out. It's going to be foul down the third baseline, 1-2. Kazi now one strike away from getting out of this inning. It's already been a 20-minute half inning. That one is close, but called ball two. That one's hit short. Mejia has a beat on it. He's going to throw over to first in time for out number 3. Well, the A's get out of that high-stress inning. However, with 5 hits, a walk, and a hit by pitch, the Force put up 6 runs in the top of the first, and the A's already have some work to do early today. We're going to head to the bottom of the first inning. Your A's are up, but your A's are up to hit, but the Force are up on the scoreboard by a score of 6-0 when we come back. Welcome back to the bottom of the first inning. Brady White is the leadoff hitter for your Fresno A's as he takes ball one from the pitcher Daniel Ortiz. Ortiz throws in a strike to even the count. That pitch is in there, 1-2. Brady White was in center yesterday. He is back in left field today, his usual position. That one is check swung, and he holds up. It's going to be 2-2. The pitch from Ortiz. That one misses low. It's 3-2 here early from Brady White. Brady White onto the season comes into the game with a crisp .333 batting average. He hits that one foul down the right field line. He stays alive. It's 3-2. That one misses, and Brady White takes the leadoff walk. The A's need some base runners, and that's a way to do it right there. A leadoff walk from Brady White brings up Ned Cheklich. Cheklich hits it out into center field. Can't quite see it from that angle. Unfortunately, it is directly to the center fielder who will make the play for out number one. And it's going to bring up the A's three-hole hitter and first baseman, Grant Kinzel. Kinzel comes into the day leading the A's in batting average with a .407 batting average and a .443 on base. Kinzel skies that one into right field. Right fielder under it makes the play for out number two. 2 away now with a runner on for Caleb Rico. Pickoff play to first is no good. Brady White is in there safely. The pitch from Ortiz is hit into right field. Base hit for Caleb Rico. Brady White is going to hesitate, but he's going to go to third, and he will be in there safely. Rico gets back to first. And there are runners on the corners after the 2-out hit from Rico. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Angel Mejia. Base hit could help get the A's back to digging into this forced lead and getting back into this game. Runner's going to go. It's Rico at second. They're going to throw home. And the throw is into center field. They're going to throw to second, rather. Sorry about that. But the throw misses, so Rico ends up at second. And that will allow Brady White to score as the A's get on the board. It's 6-1. The 1-0 pitch now from Ortiz to Mejia after the throwing error. We are back in the top of the second inning between the Force and the A's. The Force lead your Fresno A's by a score of 6-1 as Nick Kazi stays in to pitch. It's been an everything that can go wrong, will go wrong kind of stream for me as we had our internet connection disappear for a minute, but that's back on. As Kazi throws in and it's fouled off for a strike. Nate Fritzler is back late for his second try. He singled and would come around to score in the first inning. That one misses. Kazi inherited runners at second and third with nobody out when he came into the game in the first. He gets his crack at a clean inning here in the second. That one is popped up behind the plate. Hartley can't get to it as it gets into the net by the A's dugout. It's going to be 1-2. Kazi comes into this game with 10 innings pitched and a 5.60 ERA. That one gets by the catcher, and it's a ball, 2-2. Kazi's pitch is called strike three, the first out of the inning, and the first strikeout of the game for the A's. Puts one away and will bring up Erglovich, who had an RBI single his first time up. After the Kazi strikeout, seeing what he can do with the second hitter of the inning. That one is strike one. Ball one outside. 6 runs is obviously a pretty good amount of runs for the Force. However, we know the A's can score, especially here at home. They have put up double digits, I want to say 4 times here at home. So this 5-run deficit right now is still very much able to overcome it. Count is 1-2 to Erglovich. Now, part of that comeback will have to rely on also A's pitching slowing down this Force offense, which they were able to do very well yesterday. This is 2-2. Cut on and miss. Strikeout number 2 and out number 2 for Nick Kazi. Chechen steps up. And he takes an inside strike. It's 0-1. Kazi dealing so far the second inning. We've got action in the Force bullpen as Chechen takes strike 2. That one misses low. And Chechen steps out. He stepped out of the box twice in his first at bat in the first inning. Steps out here. He likes to take his time in the batter's box, it seems. Maybe trying to throw off the pitcher's rhythm. Oh, Kazi thought it was strike 3. It looked like it was close, but it's going to be a ball, 2-2. That one's going to be tapped to first, but it rolls foul. Chechen stays alive in this at bat. The pitch from Kazi is hit too short and just over the reach of the leaping Mejia for a base hit. The inning will not quite go down in order as the Force get one on. It's going to bring up the right or left fielder, rather, Darian Thornton. That pitch misses low in. Ball 1. That one is a strike in there. 1-1 the count to Darian Thornton. Pitch misses low, 2-1. Fouled off behind the dish, 2-2. Kazi 1 strike away from ending this inning. Umpire calls time now. Pitch misses, but a nice grab by Hartley to keep it from getting away and allowing the runner to get to second. It's a full count. Pitch misses. It's going to be a walk. And it'll bring up Anthony Medrano. Medrano was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Medrano, the second baseman today for the Bay Area Force. That one is hit out into left field. The diving play by Brady White is almost made, but it misses, and the Force will get a run. Good effort from White, just went under his glove. Luckily, it didn't get too far away, but it does allow the run to score on the RBI single from Medrano. Score is now 7-1, Force over the A's, as Samir Sabihi steps up. Sabihi takes a ball. That one's hit to short. Mejia. What a toss by Angel Mejia. Makes the running play at short. Dishes it over to Rico at second to get the out. Good effort play on both ends. However, the Force tack on another run. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. The Force have 7. Your Fresno Athletics have 1. We'll be back. Welcome to the bottom of the second inning as the Fresno Athletics DH Sean Psyche steps up to the plate to lead off this one. Psyche, a teammate of Caleb Rico at University of Mary, takes the ball high. It's 1-0. Cut on, hit to first, and it gets by the first baseman. Psyche's going to reach. He's going to round first, but will stay at first. That's going to be called an error. But nonetheless, Sean Psyche gets on to lead off the inning. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Scott Mitchell. Mitchell's going to hit with Psyche at first and nobody out. He takes an outside strike one. Pops that one up just past third base. We'll see if the third baseman can get a beat on it. He will make the play in foul territory for out number one. Looked like he was fighting the sun a little bit, but is able to squeeze onto that one and make the play. It's going to bring up Jordan Hartley. Hartley 0 for 4 yesterday, looking for better fortunes at the plate today. He was DHing yesterday. Pickoff move to Psyche is not in time. Hartley getting the start today at catcher for Eli Garay. The A's, even on the road, haven't started a catcher in back-to-back games all season long. They don't really have the need to, as they do have 3 catchers who can all play. Able to give their catcher's knees a lot of rest. Cut on and missed by Hartley. Count is 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Ortiz to Hartley. That one is popped up, but it's foul into the upper deck. 1-2 now. He hits that one into center. Looks like it's going to get down for a base hit, and it does. First and second now after the single from Jordan Hartley. And it'll bring up Harness, who had the day off yesterday. The A's trying to get at least one back here. Cut on and missed for strike one. And it'll be strike two. That one's hit, but snagged by the pitcher. He's going to go to third to get the out. That'll be one down, or two down. Runners remain at first and second. It's just going to be a different couple of runners. And it'll bring up Brady White. Brady White worked a walk in the first inning. Has a runner in scoring position with two away here in the second inning. He takes that one, ball one. You've got Jordan Hartley at second and Ryan Harness at first after the fielder's choice. Catcher calls time. That's actually Marco Chechen again. That pitch looks like the catcher gets crossed up. That'll be a ball, and it will allow runners to get to second and third. Some kind of pitch mix-up, as it looked like it was a relatively close pitch, but Chechen, the catcher, started to stand up, and it bounced off his glove. Looks like him and the pitcher Ortiz weren't on the same page on that one. Count is 2-0 to Brady White. Two runners in scoring position at the moment. White takes ball three. They try to pick off the runner Harness at second, but he is safe. The 3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. 3-1. That pitch misses high, and Brady White is on for the second time with a walk. Bases loaded now with two away for Ned Cheklich. Cheklich flew out to center his first time up. As we're going to get a quick meeting on the mound with Daniel Ortiz, trying to figure out how to work out of this bases loaded jam. We're back. It was just a quick mound visit. Cheklich 0 for 1 on the day, but he's got the bases juiced right here. Chance for some much needed runs for the A's. Swings and misses. It's strike one. That one is low, ball one. Evens up the count, 1-1 strike. A walk, a hit by pitch, or just a base hit would score runs. That one is taken outside. Close pitch, but a good eye from Cheklich. 2-1 the count. That one, similar pitch, but called a strike. It's going to be 2-2. Bases are loaded. Here in the bottom of the second inning, got 2-2 with 2 outs here in the second inning. 2's all over the board. That one is inside, but a called strike 3. Cheklich not too pleased about that one, as that's going to end the inning. A's load the bases, but aren't able to score this time, as it's going to be 7-1 still as we go to the third inning. Welcome back here to the third inning at Chancey Park between your Fresno A's and the Bay Area Force. Nick Kazi stays in to throw inning number 3. And he should be facing Miles Ellis. Make sure, yep, it is Ellis indeed out there. He takes ball 1 from Nick Kazi. That one misses way outside. It's 2-0. That one misses outside. That'll be 3 balls and no strikes. That one is in there, and Kazi gets back into the count with the strike. 3-1 to Miles Ellis. That pitch is strike 2. I don't think Ellis thought so, but it is. That one's hit out to short. Mejia's going to have to make a quick play, and he will. Good play from Angel Mejia to retire the first out of the inning in the 3-2 pitch. It'll bring up Lawler. Lawler reached on a base hit. It was an RBI single in the first inning. However, he was thrown out trying to steal second. He takes a ball inside, 1-0. That one misses, 2-0. That one is in there. It's 2-1. Misses, 3-1 the count now. Another 3-ball count. Kazi was able to get out of the first one. We'll see if he can do it again. That one tapped to third. Will it stay fair? It will not, although Cheklich makes the nice running play on that one. Unfortunately, it won't count, as the count is going to be 3-2, as that ball was just foul. But as you can see, the good effort ended up being a pretty good throw as well from Cheklich. That one, did he hold up? He did not. Lawler goes down on strikes. Kazi's third strikeout of the ball game. Puts 2 away here. And it's the leadoff hitter, Cornelio. Cornelio fouls that one back. It's 0-1. Second pitch, is off the shoulder of Marcus Cornelio. That one probably didn't feel good. He'll get on base here with 2 away. Second hit by pitch of the game from A's pitching. No bad blood between these two teams, though. I doubt that was intentional. I don't think any of the hit by pitches we've seen from any team this year has been intentional. As Fritzler steps up to the plate. Oh! Uh-oh. Almost had the runner. They had him picked off going to second, but ball pops out of the glove of Caleb Rico. Don't know if it naturally popped out of the glove or if it was the slide from Cornelio that knocked it out. It's going to put a runner on second base for Fritzler now. Still no pitches thrown to him, and it's going to be an 0-0 count. Fritzler 1 for 2 in the ball game today. Pitch misses low, ball 1. That one kind of buckles Fritzler. It's going to be 1-1, called strike. Two and one. That one is picked by Hartley in the dirt. 3-1 the count now. Got activity now in the A's bullpen. As that one's hit out to first base, Kinzel running it down. He'll make the play on the run for out number 3. Good pitch and a good play in the 3-1 count to head to the bottom of the third after a scoreless half inning. Score will remain 4-7, A's 1 as we head to the bottom of the third with Grant Kinzel getting ready to lead off. Welcome back to the bottom of the third inning. It's going to be Grant Kinzel, the 3-hole hitter for the A's, leading off. Kinzel 0 for 1 today. He flew out to right in his first time. Looking to get on here to get a base runner to chip away at this lead. Hits that one foul back to the net. So in 1. Pitch is a called strike 2. We have what looks like it's going to be Joshua Moreno warming up in the A's bullpen. That one is fouled up to third or first base, but it's going to get out of play. Kinsel stays alive. That one is hit fair into right field. See if the right fielder has a beat on it. He looks to, and he'll make the catch for out number 1. And it's going to bring up Rico, who had the first hit of the game for the A's. He's 1 for 1 to this point. Pitch almost hits him. It's going to be 1-0. Cut on and missed. 1-1. That's a called strike 2. That one's in the dirt. 2-2. Tried to get Rico to chase in the 2-strike count. Rico holds up. Holds up again at the pitch in the dirt. Rico has worked a full count. Trying to get on base for the second time. As I was kind of mentioning yesterday, Caleb Rico was probably the A's most consistent hitter over the road trip. Really turned things around for his season. And another good plate appearance there is Rico takes the walk. Angel Mejia steps up. Mejia, the Cal State Bakersfield commit. Caleb Rico also leads the A's in stolen bases. Stole one his first time up. We'll see if he's going to go again as he takes a big lead. But he is just going to hit it out to center before Rico even has a chance to go. And with Rico's speed, he'll make it back. He'll make it to third on the single. Angel Mejia with the single to put runners on the corners with 1 out. It'll be Sean Psyche's turn. And a walk and a hit here has something brewing on the bases for the A's here in the 3rd inning. Pitch gets through the catcher. That's going to allow Rico to score, and that's going to get Mejia to second. The A's got their first run on a throwing error on a stolen base. They get their second run on a wild pitch. Actually, that one is probably more considered a pass ball. But the A's are on the board again to cut down into this lead. As it's a 1-0 count to Psyche, Mejia is on second. That one is a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. 2 runs on 3 hits for the A's to this point. That one's a little more outside. It's going to be ball 2. Oh, and that one gets Psyche. He'll get on with a painful base on balls. As now Mitchell steps up. Still only 1 away. And that might be it for Daniel Ortiz after the hit by pitch. Or it might just be a talk because I don't see anyone up in the forced bullpen. So might just be coming out to talk strategy with Daniel Ortiz. The forced pitching coach says what he has to say. And Mitchell is going to step up to the plate. That one is hit hard from Mitchell. They're going to go. And they get the double play. What a throw by the third baseman who's able to snag it, tag third, and then throw all the way across the diamond to get the speedy Mitchell. The double play erases the rest of the threat for the A's, but they do get another run back. We're going to head to the top of the 4th inning. The 4-7, the Athletics 2. New pitcher for the A's here in the top of the 4th. It's going to be Tomas Torres out of Butte College coming in to throw, and he will face Evan Erglovich. Erglovich is 1 for 2 today. That ball gets in the dirt, bounces off the umpire. It's going to be 1-0 from Torres. That one hit out to left field for a single for Erglovich. He's now 2 for 3 as the Force have a runner on with nobody out. Brings up their cleanup hitter, Marco Chechen, the catcher. Erglovich at first. Torres' first pitch to Chechen is a strike. That one is popped way up. It's going to be just out of play right behind the A's dugout. 0-2. Off the bat, I thought Kinzel and Hartley might have had a chance at that one, but it ended up being too far out of play. Members of the Boys and Girls Club out here again today, hunting down that ball that got into the stands. As it's a ball to Chechen to make it 1-2 from Tomas Torres. Chechen steps out. Count 1-2 with a runner on and nobody out. He goes down on strikes. Torres gets the first out of the inning in a big way. Fourth total strikeout of the game for the A's. 3 from Kazi. That's the first from Torres. And up next for the Force is Darian Thornton. Pitch inside. That's the wrong one. There we go. It's 1-0. That one is popped way up. It's going to be foul. Another ball for the members of the Boys and Girls Club to go try to grab. Tomas Torres on the year has a 5.25 ERA coming up to this game. Or coming into this game, rather. Pitch misses high. That will make it a full count now to Darian Thornton. And he stays alive, fouls that one back off into the net. The A's, some of their ERAs are a little bit inflated after the road trip. Runner goes. That one's hit to Cheklich at first, or at third, and he throws to first for the second out of the inning. But yeah, some of the A's ERAs are a little bit inflated after the road trip as we headed up to Humboldt and Medford to play some games against some Pacific Empire League teams in the Crabs and the Rogues. Both very good squads. They could both hit. So the A's hoping to rein in their ERAs a little bit. As that one misses low for ball one. But the Athletics ERAs should start to even out over the course of the season, as we do have a very good pitching staff this year. It's 2-0. That is Anthony Medrano, the hitter. 2-1. Medrano was hit by a pitch and then singled. Cut on and missed there. It's 2-2. Torres hunting for his second strikeout of the inning. Cut on foul down the right field line. Pitch is high, full count. Cut on and miss, strike three. The Force get a hit, but they don't score. As Tomas Torres throws a good inning in relief, it's a scoreless one, and we're going to head to the bottom of the fourth. The Force still lead, though, by a score of 4-2 over your Fresno A's when we get back. Or, sorry, 7-2, my bad. It's the bottom of the fourth. Welcome back to the bottom of the fourth. We've got a new pitcher on the Force throwing. It's going to be Jamison Rios, as Jordan Hartley stepped in to greet him. Hartley today is 1 for 1, had a single in the second inning. Rios' first pitch of the game misses for ball one to Hartley. I'd like to thank the Boys and Girls Club and Washington Union High School Babe Ruth for coming out to the game. Saw a few umbrellas and pop-up tents out here trying to beat the heat. We appreciate them for getting out here and making it a cool environment for both their kids and our players. Pitch is count is 2-0 to Hartley. The pitch, that one's hit out to center. Will that one get down? It will. It'll get over the head of the center fielder, Lawler. Hartley going second. They're going to hold him up there. Hartley's 2 for 2, and that's a leadoff double. It's going to bring up Harness. And Jamison Rios gets welcomed to the game with a booming shot into deep center from Hartley. Puts a runner in scoring position immediately. See what Ryan Harness can do at the plate. Harness fouls that one back just in front of me behind the plate. Hartness gets that one. That's going to be fair, and that's probably going to be a double, if not more. Hartley is rounding third. He's going to score. Ryan Harness will have an RBI double. Stellar start to the inning from the A's here as they push a run across, 2 batters in. It's going to bring up Brady White with another chance at an RBI. Good pieces of hitting from Jordan Hartley and Ryan Harness. Score is 7-3 now for the Athletics, as the A's have cut this down to a 4-run game, looking for more. That one is a called strike. Brady White thought about swinging and held up. It was called strike anyway. On the day, Brady is 0 for 0. He's been walked twice. He hits that one to the second baseman. First baseman's actually going to cut it off and make the play. Pitcher tries to cover, but no one's there in time at least. That's going to be a single for Brady White, and 3 straight hits to lead off the 4th for the A's. That'll put runners on the corners. As Ned Cheklich steps up with runners on the corners and nobody out. A run already in this inning for the A's. Pitch misses low. It's 1-0. That one is popped way up into the infield. Who's going to have a beat on that one? It's going to be the shortstop. Fighting the sun makes the play. I believe that is Marcus Cornelio. 1 away after the pop out. It's going to be Kinzel, though, the team's RBI leader, stepping in. Grant Kinzel, over the road trip, I learned that he is an avid trading card collector. Something that I also like to do in my spare time. He's probably a better collector than I am. Knows the grading systems a lot more. Very familiar with that. So I thought that was a cool hobby. 2-0 pitch. Brady White's going to go, and he's going to get thrown out at second. That will erase a base runner for the A's and put 2 away after White is caught stealing on the bases. Still a runner at third. That's Ryan Harness over there for Kinzel in the 2-0 count. Kinzel takes a strike. It's 2-1. That one's hit to short. Play is made. The threat for the A's on the bases is mostly taken away. However, back-to-back doubles from the 8 and 9 hitters, Jordan Hartley and Ryan Harness put a run back on the board for the A's. It's going to be a 7-3 game as we head into the 5th inning here. Samir Sabihi steps in the 5th inning and swings and misses at 2 pitches from Tomas Torres. He's down a quick 0-2. Torres struck out a couple for the A's in the 4th when he came in, and he gets a 3-pitch strikeout here. Him and Nick Causey have 3 apiece. He's going to bring up the 8-hole hitter Ellis. After scoring early, it has been back-to-back scoreless frames for the Force as A's pitching is able to shut him down. And there's a strike from Torres, 0-1. Cut on and missed, 0-2 now. That one's hit to second. Caleb Rico makes the play. Umpire with the slow call, but it is an out. And that is 2 quick outs for Tomas Torres. First Sabihi on strikes, and then Ellis on the ground out. He's going to bring up the center fielder, Lawler. Lawler hits that one to short. The play by Mejia is made. That's a 7-pitch inning to retire the side in order for Tomas Torres. And the A's will immediately come back up to bat. Fantastic inning from Torres, as that is going to lead us to the bottom of the 5th, the Force 7, the A's 3 when we come back. Welcome back to the bottom of the fifth inning. Caleb Rico, the second baseman, steps in. Rico 1 for 1 today. He has a hit, and he also walked his last time up. Rico cuts and fouls that one back. New pitcher for the Bay Area Force is going to be number 13, Sean Pagey. A newly added pitcher. Was not here in the game yesterday, but came today to pitch. And Rico flies out to deep right for out number 1. Hit the ball well. It was just tracked down by the right fielder. That is not seeing a right field spot on the roster for. Oh, it's Samir Sabihi. They have 2 players playing at first base, so it's Sabihi out there in right because it's Erglovich at first. 1 away. It's going to bring up Mejia. Mejia made the play to end the inning. Hits that one foul into the second deck hard. Pagey's pitch is low and away and gets past the catcher. 1-1. On deck is Sean Psyche for the A's. Mejia hits that one hard. That's going to get through into right center field. He's going to round the base aggressively, but head back to first. Hard hit single with 1 out for Angel Mejia. Psyche steps up. That's the second hit for Mejia today. He's 2 for 3. Psyche takes a ball. Ball 2. 2-0 count now to Psyche. Psyche, one of 3 A's catchers. He's doing the DHing today. 2-1. That one is a base hit from Psyche out into right field. Throw goes into second, not in time. Sean Psyche has himself a base hit. And after the back-to-back singles from Mejia and Psyche, Scott Mitchell is going to step in. Cut on and missed. Strike 1. That one's low and inside. Ball 1. The pickoff move to second is not in time. Those ones to second base are usually pretty telegraphed, as it'll usually be the second baseman, like it was there, trying to come in behind the runner and get him out to cover the base. Unlike first base, where it's a pretty easy distance to cover for the first baseman to get over, it's a lot harder at second because it's the shortstop or the second baseman, or on occasion the center fielder if they're trying to be sneaky, to get to the bag to get the out. It's a 2-2 count to Scott Mitchell with first and second, one out after the singles from Angel Mejia and Sean Psyche. That one's hit up the middle. Play is going to be made. Uh-oh, and the ball gets away. And what a slide by Angel Mejia. The throw home beat him, but he gets around it to score the run. The nifty slide by Mejia gets the A's another one. It's 7-4. Meanwhile, on the play, the runner is out at second, but the throw to first was offline. That's what allowed Mitchell to be safe at first. And the errant throw, aside from getting Mitchell to first, also allowed Mejia to come around to score. There will be two down for Jordan Hartley as he fouls that one back. Hartley 2 for 2 today. Had the leadoff double in the fourth. Ended up coming around to score on the harness double. Think I have the field right. There's 2 outs, a runner on first, and Jordan Hartley is up to hit. Pitch misses low. 1-1. The A's scratching back 3 scoreless innings for the Force at the plate and 3 innings with a run scored for the A's at the plate. As it's 1-2 after the swing and miss from Hartley. That one's going to get through and allow Scott Mitchell to get himself into scoring position. It's a 2-2 count with the runner on second. RBI opportunity for Jordan Hartley. Cut on and missed for strike 3. That will retire the side. The A's do leave a runner on, but they also get another run on the single, and then the creative slide, we'll say, from Angel Mejia to get around the tag at home and score the A's 4th run. With time to play, they are still chipping away at this lead. It was 7-1. We'll head into the top of the 6th. It's now 7-4. The A's trying to make a comeback here when we come back. We're back as Tomas Torres pitches for the A's for his third inning of work, and he'll face the leadoff hitter Marcus Cornelio. Cornelio hits it hard to second. Rico has a beat on it. He'll make the throw, out number one. And after a 7-pitch fifth inning, it's a 1-pitch out for Tomas Torres. Fritzler steps up, Nathan Fritzler. Getting the start at third today for the Force. Takes a strike from Torres. 0-1. That one popped up out of play down the first baseline into the stands. 2. Pitch misses outside, 1-2 from Torres. That one's hit to second. Another shot for Rico. He'll make the play and throw him out. We are now 5 pitches into this inning, and there are already 2 outs. Pitch to Erglovich, misses, ball 1. I believe Erglovich is the only hitter that Tomas Torres has faced that has reached base. Cut on and miss, strike 1. 1-1 the count to Erglovich. That one's hit to third. It's going to be foul, 1-2. Cut on and foul back into the net. Erglovich stays alive. Pitch. Erglovich steps out. Time called just before the pitch, it looks like. They got away with one there, as that would have been a strike. That one misses 2-2. That one's hit well out to right field. Harness going back on it. And that one is out of here. Evan Erglovich, with his second home run in 2 games, gets a run back for the Force. It's now 8-4. That was a good shot out to the manual scoreboard out there. Erglovich hit that one well. And it's back to a 4-run game now. It's going to bring up the catcher, Chechen, after the homer. Chechen hits that one foul into the Force bullpen. Oh, haven't been keeping track of the outs. There's 2 of them. That one fouled back. 0-2 to Chechen. Kind of a little bit of a back-breaking pitch as there were 2 strikes to Erglovich before he hit that one out for a home run. Tomas Torres trying to bounce back in an 0-2 count and get the catcher Chechen right here. And he does get him. The home run from Erglovich puts another run on the board for the Bay Area Force. But overall, a good few innings of relief from Tomas Torres as he gets 4 strikeouts. And we'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The A's are due up. They're down by a score of 8-4. Welcome back to Fresno A's baseball here in the bottom of the 6th inning at Chansey Park. Ryan Harness steps in to lead off for the A's against, it looks like it'll be Pagey still out there for his 2nd inning of work. Harness cuts and misses for strike 1. In his last at bat, Ryan Harness hit the RBI double down the right field line to score a run or to drive in a run for the A's. It was Jordan Hartley who scored. Harness shows bunt here. That's way up there. And that's going to be a bunt into the forced dugout. That one went a long way foul for a bunt. It's 0-2. The Force got a run back in the top of the 6th inning, so it's a 4-run lead again. The A's have been consistently scoring, but they probably need a couple more than just one in this inning if they want to get back into it. As it's ball 1 to Harness, 1-2 the count overall. You have 9-1-2 due up for the A's. Harness hits that one back hard. It's going to be foul. Harness looking to replicate what he did back in the 4th. He cuts and misses at that one. It's going to be strike 3 if they can throw him out. They do. The feed to first is in time. 1 away for the A's for Brady White. Always forget to switch over the cameras on those strike amounts that are in the dirt. They have to throw to first. Try to be better about those going forward. Although hopefully for the A's there aren't too many more of those. Brady White takes a strike. White on the day has been on base all 3 times. He's 1 for 1 with 2 walks. Doing his duty as a leadoff hitter. It's what you want to do in the 1 spot. Just get on as much as you can, and Brady White has been great at that today. It's going to be 0-2 from Pagey to White with 1 out. Pitch is called, strike 3 on the outside corner. Brady White is retired for the first time today as there are 2 outs for Cheklich. Cheklich popped out to the shortstop his last time up. That one's hit on the ground, the shortstop. We'll see if they can get him. And they do. A quick inning of work for Pagey. Retires the A's in order. We're going to head to the top of the 7th with the 4th coming up. They lead your Fresno A's by a score of 8-4 when we come back. Welcome back to the top of the 7th inning here as Darian Thornton takes his place in the batter's box to face Tomas Torres again. Torres, through 3 innings of efficient work, he gets the nod for the 4th inning. His 4th inning, of course, the 7th inning of the game, as it's 1-0 to Thornton. And apologies to Darian Thornton. I didn't see that there was an extra N in his name. It's like Thornton instead of Thornton. I've been spelling that wrong all game. As it's 2-1 to him from Tomas Torres after the ball in the dirt. Ball 3. Cut on and missed. It's a full count. Tomas Torres has 4 strikeouts today. And he takes the leadoff walk. First one issued by Torres. He's going to bring up Medrano. Or will it? We have a pinch hitter for Medrano. It's going to be Cesar Ibarra. Ibarra got the start in yesterday's game, taking over for Medrano at second today. He takes a ball from Tomas Torres. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. And he gets him to go again. It's strike two. Back-to-back whiffs from Ibarra. Tries to go back to the high fastball to get him, but it misses as Ibarra holds up. It's 2-2. That one's hit out into right field. It's going to hang up, though, for Scott Mitchell to make the play. There's one away. As Samir Sabihi stays in the game, he'll get the at-bat right here. Takes a strike from Tomas Torres. That one is called. Sabihi goes, looks at the high fastball, could not hold up. It's going to be 0-2. Cut on and missed again. For strike three. Tomas Torres gets strikeout number 5, and they're 2 away. This one will be a pinch hitter. It's going to be Declan Reagan. The catcher coming in for the outfielder. Oh, no, for the DH Miles Ellis today. So he'll probably stay at DH as he swings and misses at a Torres off-speed pitch. Reagan takes a called strike there. Torres has found the strike zone again. And that has not been good news for the force hitters today. Oh, and they got the runner picked off. See if I can catch this pickle. That's kind of hard to do with the cameras, I have just recently learned. Appearance. Uh-oh. We're back in. Stream cut out for a second, but that was a good long relief appearance for Tomas Torres, as his day still might continue, but that's 4 innings of 1-run ball. The A's, after Papel, the starter, has to depart in the first. Got a couple good innings out of Nick Kazi as well. Torres provided some extra long relief today of good pitching that the A's have needed to stay in this ballgame with a chance to win. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. The A's are coming up. It'll be Kinsel when we come back. Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th. We're getting into crunch time here at the end of the game. The A's are down by 4, and they will have Grant Kinzel leading off here in the bottom of the 7th against new force pitcher Dylan Letke out of Purdue Northwest University. He's a freshman. Throws in a strike to Kinzel. That one misses high and away. It's ball 1. Pitch outside, 2-1. Kinzel looking to get on base to start a rally for the A's. Hits that one right above me into the second deck. It's 2-2. Kinzel 0 for 3 today. Had 2 hits and an RBI in the game yesterday in the first game of this 2-game set against the Bay Area Force. He cuts and misses at that one for out number 1. It'll bring up Caleb Rico. Rico 2 for 3 on the day. He also has a walk. No, he's 1 for 2 on the day with a walk. My bad. Guess that's why I should look at my notes a little bit more. Try to do it off the top of the head. He's only had 3 plate appearances up to this point. This will be number 4. He takes a ball from Letke. That one is a bit outside, ball 2. Rico looking to be the first man to reach base in this inning. Rico steps out, gets set, and comes back in. He takes a close pitch call on the outside corner of the plate. It's 2-1. That one's high, ball 3. 3-1 count with 1 away to Caleb Rico. That one misses. Rico with the second walk of the game for him today. Also has the hit. That'll be his 3rd time on base. As the umpire moves over to second base, we're going to get Angel Mejia up with the runner on. Mejia has 2 hits today. He also scored a run on an error where he was almost thrown out at home, but a really creative slide got him in there. Pitches a called strike to Mejia. High and away, ball 1 to even the count. Rico fakes going. Mejia hits that one hard into center field. Nice play by the center fielder to run that one down. Mejia scorched that one out there. Almost got it over the head of the center fielder, but it's going to be out number 2 as Psyche steps into the plate. Pitch is high and a little bit inside. It's going to be ball one. That one's hit over to first, snagged by the first baseman, and taken himself to the bag for out number 3. We're going to head to the 8th after a couple scoreless innings. Looks like we'll get a new pitcher for the A's when we come back to pitch the top of the 8th. And the A's are down by a score of 8-4. Welcome back to the top of the 8th inning between the A's and the Force. New pitcher for your Fresno A's is going to be Nicholas Barreras out of Arizona Christian University. He throws to Declan Reagan, who pinch hit in the last inning. However, he's still going to be up at the plate because the runner at first was picked off. So his plate appearance hasn't ended yet. He will get a new count, however. It's going to be 1-0. That one is hit well into short, into left field for a base hit. Past the shortstop for a leadoff single. Barreras has thrown 1 2/3 innings on the season, so he's coming back for what should be his second inning, or it'll be his third inning of the season, actually. And it looks like we got another pinch hitter. It's going to be Stone Savage. Barreras looks over at Reagan at first. Breaking ball misses just a bit away. It's going to be ball one. That one misses outside, ball two. The count from Barreras to Savage. Savage takes over in center field for Michael Lawler. He was actually the one out there that made the play. It's going to be 2-1 after the swing and miss. Skied out into right, but behind the A's dugout. Didn't get as far as I thought. It's going to be 2-2. Looks like possibly Ezekiel Savage warming up there for the A's in the bullpen. Another foul ball. Count remains 2-2. That one's hit to third for one. The throw to first is not in time. Oh! I don't know if you guys can see that. The ball popped out of Kinsel's glove after the errant throw, but he almost got it back and was nearly able to tag out Savage. However, Cheklich will feed to Rico to get the out at second, so it's going to be a filler's choice, one away. That doesn't look like that's going to be Nate Fritzler. It's going to be Eric Proctor, the pinch hitter for the Force, as they throw back to check on Savage, and he is back safely. The Force doing the inverse of what they did yesterday. As Savage goes, throw is offline, backed up by Angel Mejia. Savage will get to second. The Force, a lot of their starters today were pinch hitters in yesterday's game, and now they're bringing in a lot of pinch hitters again today who were the starters in yesterday's game. The A's, they switch the lineup around a lot from game to game, but usually don't bring in too many pinch hitters. Which I will say is easier for me to keep track of on the scorecard. They like to stick with their guys during games, and it usually pays off for them. Count is 0-1 to Eric Proctor. Proctor takes strike two inside. It's 0-2. One away with a runner at second base here in the top of the eighth. Proctor fouls it off, foils a good breaking ball from Barreras. Count remains 0-2. Barreras' 0-2 pitch is just, oh no. Umpire with a very reserved call there, but it is strike three. Nicholas Barreras gets the second out of the inning on the strikeout of Eric Proctor, and that's going to bring up is it a pinch hitter or did he come in earlier in the game? Let's find out. It is going to be a pinch hitter, another starter from yesterday, Eric Rodriguez. He takes ball one. Rodriguez pinch hitting for, I believe it's for Evan Erglovich. Good pick-off attempt at second, but just not in time. Pitch misses low, ball two. Oh, and the breaking ball slips out of Barreras' hand, and that's gonna hit Rodriguez, not Proctor, in the back, and he's gonna reach on the hit by pitch. You could see that kind of lollipop motion, like it was supposed to be a curveball that just slipped out of the fingers, and unfortunately, it hit Eric Rodriguez. First and second with 2 away. They throw back to second again, but Savage is there. Number 20, the pinch hitter, is going to be Justin Seckler. The Force kind of doing what they were yesterday, just a flurry of moves, bringing in almost an entirely new roster, or an entirely new lineup at least. Now, a lot of these guys are familiar names that we saw yesterday. They were starters in yesterday's game. But the lineup has completely flipped. As there is strike 2, it's 1-2 to Seckler. It's almost more beneficial to me to get for me to get the Forces lineup card from yesterday and just use that. Seckler pops that one up in foul territory. Let's see if it'll stay in play. Hartley's not going to be able to make the grab. That was in a blind spot of the camera. He almost had it, but just a few inches out of his reach. Out remains 1-2 to Seckler. That one is hit very high and pretty far out into left field. However, it's going to be miles foul, seemingly. Count remains 1-2. Seckler got out in front of that pitch. That one he's behind on it as it's hit out of play on the right side. Seckler in the 2-strike count, trying to stay alive the best he can. Nicholas Barreras trying to retire him. That one misses. It's ball 3. However, Stone Savage tries to take third on the pitch in the dirt, and he is thrown out by Jordan Hartley. The A's get out of the inning scoreless. Good battle back from Nicholas Barreras right there. He throws a scoreless 8th. We're going to head to the bottom of the 8th. It's the A's turn due up. They are down by a score of 8-4 when we come back. Hopefully they can get a comeback going here late. We are heading into the bottom of the 8th inning here at Chancey Park. Scott Mitchell steps in to lead off the inning for the A's, looking for a rally here in the 8th. Dylan Letke, who pitched a scoreless 7th, stays out there for the force. Mitchell will take strike 1. Strike 2 looking. It's an 0-2 count to lead off the inning. Mitchell today 0 for 3, looking to get on for the first time as he takes ball 1. And called strike 3 on the outside corner. Mitchell goes down for out number 1. It's going to bring up Hartley. Hartley has 2 hits today and a run scored. He takes high, ball 1. That one misses. 2-0 to the Athletics DH. Or sorry, not DHing today, he's catching today. Three and 0 now. And a 4-pitch walk, 3rd time on base for Jordan Hartley. Impressive game for him. It's going to bring up Harness, who has doubled today. Harness playing as center for the A's. Out of Dakota State University, a teammate of Austin Armstrong, the A's starting pitcher. Swings and fouls one back. It's 0-1. Jordan Hartley on first. Strike, or pitch, it was a called strike. It looked a little high and inside. That one is indeed high and inside for a ball. As I've said before, the umpire does have a better view than I do. I'm a little bit higher up. The pitch is ball 2. It's going to be a 2-2 count to Ryan Harness as he works back into this one. That one is called strike 3 for 2 outs now. Hartley remains at first. It's going to be up to Brady White, another guy for the A's who's reached base 3 times today. Once on a hit, 2 on a walk, or 2 on walks. The A's have 4 outs remaining in this game to try to put up 4 runs. Pitch is high, ball 1. 2-0. Could Brady White be on his way to a third walk of the game? Since we haven't seen that in a while, except we saw it yesterday with Theo Wood, had 3 walks. White takes high, ball 3. I can tell we're getting to the end of this game. My voice is starting to crack a little bit. 3-1 to Brady White. And White is on for the 4th time today. That's walk number 3. He gets on for Cheklich. Advances the runner Hartley to second. Another pitch high. It's 1-0. Don't want to get too ahead of myself and project anything, but we know Cheklich has the power to hit one out. That would make it a 1-run game if that were to happen. Cut on and missed, ball 1, or strike 1, to even up the count. Although I'm sure Cheklich wouldn't mind just getting on base here, especially with Grant Kinsel on deck. Pitch misses high and in. It's 2-1. We are at 11:48, so only 12 minutes before this game is likely called. So the A's might have to do their damage here in the 8th. That one's hit just above me in the second deck, 2-2. 2-2 count, 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th for the A's. Cut on and missed for strike 3. Cheklich goes down swinging. The A's get a couple on but aren't able to score as we're going to head to the top of the 9th inning. The score is the Bay Area Force 8, the Fresno Athletics 4. Welcome to the top of the ninth inning. Justin Seckler steps up for his second at bat for the Force. New pitcher for the A's, number 25 out of Ventura College, Zeke Savage. Savage has been spectacular on the season for the A's out of the bullpen. 7 2/3 innings pitched so far. One of their more heavily used relievers, but has not allowed an earned run all year. As he throws ball one to Seckler. Seckler was retired in his first pinch hit appearance of this game. He's in for at bat number 2. Skies that one. It's going to be the shortstop Mejia ranging back on it. He'll make the play in shallow left for out number 1. Quick first out for Zeke Savage. It's going to bring up number 24, Darian Thornton. No, that was Thornton on deck. Excuse me. It's Chechen. The catcher who has stayed in all game for the Force. He's coming up to the plate. If the A's can get 2 quick outs here, we'll head to the bottom of the ninth and they'll get their chance to walk this game off. Unfortunately, there is a bit of a time crunch for the A's here, as they would need to get to the ninth in about 8 minutes, or less than 8 minutes. But there's a strike to Chechen from Savage, 0-1. Pitch is a called strike 2. And Chechen calls time, but he doesn't leave the box. Just a quick one. As Savage misses, it's 1-2. Chechen fouls that one off. Count remains. There we go. Get the correct spelling of his last name. Savage in a 1-2 count with 1 out and nobody on. Chechen pops that one up to the second baseman, Caleb Rico, who makes the play. Out number 2. And now it'll bring up Thornton. Savage's first pitch is a breaking ball in there for a called strike 1. 0-1 the count. That one is a base hit into right center field. Might be more than a single. Ball's going to get between the outfielders, and that's going to be a 2-out double for Thornton. Let's see who it is. It's going to be number 7, the hitter. Is it a new hitter? Or nope, it's back to Cesar Ibarra, who pinch hit for Anthony Medrano. Ibarra comes on with 2 away and a runner on second, facing Zeke Savage. Takes a breaking ball outside for ball 1. Cut on and missed. One. One and two. Pitch misses low and away. Ball two. Evens up the count to Cesar Ibarra. Cut on and miss. Strike three. Zeke Savage gets the K for another scoreless inning. That's 8 2/3 scoreless on the season for Savage. We will maybe go to the bottom of the ninth here. We'll see. Still a couple minutes left. New pitcher coming in for the Force. I'm going to stick around here because it looks like they're discussing with the coaches whether or not time is going to be called. Get the new information of who the pitcher is for the Force if they were to go. Looks like it might be number 25. I don't see this pitcher on the roster. He may be new as his number is not entered. But nonetheless, he'll be facing Grant Kinzel coming up here. It's the mystery closer facing Kinzel. It looks like this pitcher's wearing 25, which is the number of Lucas Gabani, who we saw play the infield yesterday. But this is not Lucas Gabani out there, as he throws in a ball to Kinzel. Swung on and missed for strike one. That one is a ball. It's 2-1 to Grant Kinzel. Cut on and miss, strike two. The A's down by 4 here. If they'll let him continue the inning, they're going to need at least a few base runners to get in range of this one. Pitch is called a ball, full count to Kinzel now. Trying to work the walk to get on base for Caleb Rico. That one is, oh, Kinzel's not too happy about that as that's called strike 3. And we are going to hit the time limit here as that was the last hitter of the game. I think. Okay, now the teams are coming out onto the field. So unfortunately, the A's can't come back in this one after the 6-run first inning. The Bay Area Force get the victory today over your Fresno Athletics by a score of 8-4. As that score updates on the screen, it's showing 8-3. It shouldn't be. Thought I had that set to 8-4. There we go. We'll go over the lines for each team. The Force had 8 runs on 11 hits and scored committed 2 errors. Your Fresno A's had 4 hits on 9 runs and committed no errors. Despite the good defense from the A's today, they weren't able to pick up the win. The early 7-1 deficit was just too much to overcome. They did get back into the game late, but weren't able to complete the comeback and get the win. That will move the A's to 4-2 in conference play as they split this 2-game set with the Bay Area Force. They go 1-1 on the trip, or not on the trip, but on this small home series, and we'll be back in action against a non-conference opponent, the Halos, on Saturday and Sunday. Should be a bit cool at the ballpark. If you're thinking about coming out, please do. It'll be a fun one. And then if you're continuing to watch on the broadcast, thanks for your continued support. I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be back out here on Saturday at 9 o'clock here at Chancey Park. Have a couple morning games in the series, and then Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, so about a little less than a week from today, we'll have a couple 6 p.m. starts, the night games coming back. Those should be fun. Have the Boys and Girls Club coming out in force in those games. And, of course, we want to thank the Boys and Girls Club and Washington Union Babe Ruth baseball team for coming out to today and supporting us. Love to have the groups out here to meet our players, get some autographs, and do some fun on the field activities. Our players love it. The groups love it coming out. It's a good time. As the A's have their meeting out in right field, still going to get a player interview for you. Probably going to be more of a personal one. Although we did have a few standout performances for the A's despite the loss today. One that I can think of off the top of my head, Tomas Torres, in long relief here today, went 4 innings of 1-run ball after the A's were down 7-1 to keep it in striking range for the A's offense, even though they weren't able to pull off the full comeback. He kept it competitive and kept the A's in this one. And then Brady White and Jordan Hartley at the plate. Brady White reached base 3 times, Jordan Hartley 4. Trying to keep the A's on pace and get some runners on. I think the struggle today for the A's, aside from the big first inning deficit, was just getting the hits with runners in scoring position. They had 9 hits, had a few walks in the game as well, but weren't able to capitalize too much. So unfortunate ending to the game. But like I said, had a few standout guys here today. Also, the pitching, Nick Causey, Nicholas Barreras, and even Ezekiel Savage continuing his scoreless streak to start the season, all had good days out of the pen. So we'll see who they're sending up here for player of the game. I'll go grab a player once they're done with their meeting. Ended up being a pretty nice day in the shade, at least, out at Chancey today. I know it's going to drop, like I said, about 8 to 10 degrees for the morning games on the weekend. So a lot more bearable if that's what's keeping you from coming out to these two. Shouldn't be as bad out on the weekend. They are non-conference games. However, we will be back in conference, as I said, next week. As the A's are looking to disperse here, I will flip the camera around and head down there to get a player of the game for you guys. I'll be right back in just a second. Stick around if you can. Welcome back, everybody, and thanks for sticking around for the post-game interview. I'm here with Nicholas Barreras. He was a reliever today through a scoreless inning in relief. And thanks for coming on for the interview, by the way. I appreciate it. And so first question I want to ask you, like in a situation where you came in where you're kind of down in the game and you're trying to keep it close, is there like a different game plan you have coming in that situation than one where you're, say, like up late? Like in the lead later in the game?
Um, no, the best thing to do is just stay calm, just throw strikes, get a bunch of outs. That's really the main thing to do. And then when it's a tighter game and a closer game, the best thing to just do is just stay calm. Same thing, like just throw strikes, get outs, and like once we get out of the inning, and like we just all focus back up in the dugout and just get worried about hits.
And then for the folks at home to kind of get to know you a little bit better, if you could just talk about kind of like where you grew up, where you played high school at, and how that kind of shaped you to where you are now, or if you have any like favorite memories from that time. If you could speak on that a little bit.
So I am from Arizona. I went to high school out in Mount Point, and how that really just shaped me was more just like the culture, just getting to know the guys, and like how that was. It was that we really were like a grit, and we just kept battling to the end every time, and that's really how that shaped me, and just really more just how to stay calm and just focus on the situation, slow the game down instead of letting it speed up past you, and then so that's where I went to high school, and then I'm from Arizona, and then I'm going to University of Dallas.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that's where we're going.
So did you play at Arizona Christian last season, or
Yes,
are
I
you,
play.
you're going to University of Dallas now?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Now I am. Yeah,
Okay, good to know.
yeah.
And then last question for you. Been asking all the players. So if you have a favorite song, could be current or all time, or I know you mentioned maybe not a specific song, but if you have a favorite artist, we'll be just fine with that answer as well.
Yeah. So really, I don't have like too much favorite songs. I really like anything. But specifically, I would say as a current performer, I would say Mike Sherm. That's who I really like. I really like anything, but right now I've been listening to a lot of Mike Sherm so far.
I've heard too many of songs. I've heard Therapy.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
like the one that I
yeah,
okay.
yeah. There's a lot of good songs by him, but yeah, I really like anything though.
Nice,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like I have a pretty wide taste in music as well. Like I'll listen to anything.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
for doing the
Yeah.
interview,
Yeah. Thank you.
and
Thank you for having
see
me.
you on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Good
you.
outing today.
Thank you.
That was Nick Barreras, the pitcher for the A's today, through a scoreless outing in relief. We appreciate him coming on to the interview. Let me center myself a little bit more in the camera. And as we get set to go here, like I said, we'll be back after a couple days off on Saturday here at Chuchansey Park at 9 a.m. The A's don't get the win today. They split the series with the Bay Area Force in conference play 1-1. The final score today was 8-4. And we will be back in on Saturday on behalf of myself, Chris Kiggins, the Fresno A's organization, and Chuchansey Park for their continued support and hospitality. I'd like to thank you for coming in and joining the live stream today. And we'll see you in a couple days when we're back in action, looking to turn it around and get the win.